En este video hay un atheist, un ateo, que no cree en nada de Dios, pero tuvo una experiencia sobrenatural. Y nomás va a compartir su historia. Hay que escuchar.
You had gotten through a near-death experience, and I really didn't want to read into it at all. I just wanted to ask you about it.
Sure.
So something happened. You had an aneurysm that burst inside internally.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. So, I mean, the medical description is I had an undiagnosed aneurysm, which is a ballooning of an artery at a weak spot. Arteries can dilate to get more blood flow, but an aneurysm is like one specific spot that, for one reason or another, is weak, and it starts to sort of give way, and it'll bubble outwards. And as that bubble grows bigger, and this takes decades, it's a very slow process, right? I have a ligament in the wrong place, and that set in motion a sort of vascular problem that resulted in an aneurysm. And they don't hurt. There's no way to diagnose them. I mean, unless you scan someone's abdomen. I've always been super healthy, and so throughout my life, I just never had any reason for an abdominal scan. Right? I'm fit, healthy male. Right? A fit, healthy person, and so I just never needed that look inside me. So no one saw the aneurysm growing. Right? And so at some point, the artery wall gets stretched so far that it will rupture. It'll just burst. And now you have an arterial bleed. So you know what that, if someone shoots you in the femoral or stabs you in the abdomen and you have an arterial bleed, your life is measured in minutes or whatever, or hours. And if someone does you the favor of stabbing you in the abdomen and severing your pancreatic artery, which is the artery that ruptured on me, it's a little artery, this thickness of a number 2 pencil. It's not a big deal, but it's arterial blood, right? I mean, don't stop that shit, you're going to die, right? And so if someone just stabbed you in the abdomen, you rush to the hospital, the doc is no problem. The doc, if you're still alive, they'll transfuse you. The doctors know exactly where to sort of put their finger to plug the leak. It's no problem. The problem with an internal hemorrhage, an abdominal hemorrhage, is the doctors have no idea where it is. And your abdomen is basically a big bowl of spaghetti, right? Right? And it's filling up with blood.
They have to find where it's leaking.
Yeah, because the blood, if you're stabbed, the blood's going out of your body onto the kitchen floor. With an internal hemorrhage, it all stays in your abdomen. So it happened. It was during COVID, and we were in a remote area, in an old house that we own at the end of a dead-end dirt road in Massachusetts. And it's so remote that there's no cell phone service. The phone lines are old, and they short out when it rains. And
Nomás quería apuntar que yo ya miré este video y es un milagro que este don está vivo. Muchas cosas alinearon para que él estuviera vivo. Y por unas cositas, mal aquí, estuviera muerto. Tengo suerte. A lo mejor así piensan todos los ateos. Es la suerte, ¿verdad? Voy a adelantar a lo mero bueno, mi mero mole.
While I'm lying there and he's sort of working on my neck, it took long. It felt like it took longer than it probably actually did. But while I'm there, all of a sudden, and I have to stop and say, I'm an atheist. I'm a lifelong atheist. Mm-hmm. I'm a rationalist. I'm not spiritual. I'm not a mystic. I'm not woo-woo. I'm nothing, right? And my dad was an atheist and a physicist. I have to say all this because of what's coming. And I'm still an atheist, by the way. But so all of a sudden, I sensed below me and to my left this black pit open up, this black abyss, like this infinite black void. And I was getting pulled into it. And it's not like darkness had taken over the world. The world was here. I could see the doctors. I was talking to them, right? Here I am. But the darkness was contained in this hole that was underneath me, and I was getting pulled into it, right? I didn't know I was dying, but I had this instincts of a wounded animal. Like, if I go into the pit, the infinitely dark pit, I'm not coming out, right? I just sensed, don't go in there, because you're not coming back, right?
¿Cómo sabe eso, bro? No debería de entrar en ese hoyo negro. Algo malo, algo en tu espíritu, algo en tu alma. Te dice, no, bro. No entres ahí, porque si entras, no vas a salir. Bro, piénsalo. Si los ateos dicen, o la gente que no cree en Dios, o que nomás te mueres y ya te mueres para siempre y cierras tus ojos y te vas mimis. ¿Por qué no dijo, se sintió bonito, como paz, tranquilidad y como me quería entrar en el hoyo? No, lo opuesto. Dijo, no quiero entrar, bro. Me da miedo. ¿Qué está pasando aquí, papá? Escúchalo.
And I started to panic because I felt myself getting drawn in, right? And then my dead father, appeared above me and to my left. Now, there's a whole body of inquiry of NDEs, near-death experiences, and I didn't know anything about this stuff, right? I didn't know anything about it. It didn't interest me. I'm not culturally prepped for anything like that. I'm not Christian. I didn't see angels. I'm a zero in that regard, right? There's my dead father above me, right? He'd been dead 8 years. I love him. But I was not happy to see him, right? I was like, I was shocked. I mean, literally, I was, Dad, what are you doing here? Like, and there he was, and he communicated to me. And so what I saw, see isn't quite the right verb, but I don't know if there doesn't exist the right verb. I sensed / saw him, and it was his essence, his energy, his presence, right? It's not like I see you, right? It's like, oh, there you are, right? It wasn't with that clarity. In some ways, it was with a deeper clarity because it was his essence.
Él es un ateo queriendo explicar cosas sobrenatural, por eso dice, no sé, como lo que miré, pero lo miras, pero no lo miras como lo sientes, y eso se llama cuando estás en el espíritu. Y para compartir algo bien rápido, me acuerdo cuando yo empecé a mirar videos así en el año 2018, 2018, primero miré y dije, wow, a lo mejor, quién sabe, no sé. Y entre más mirando, más investigando, más miré y todos están diciendo, tienen experiencias similares. Y digo, ok. Algo está pasando aquí, man. Algo que yo no puedo explicar y algo que yo no sé y da miedo. Pero todavía dije, nah, pues vamos a ver cuando nos morimos, ¿verdad? Ahí lo miro cuando llego. Y eso es lo que el enemigo quiere para ti. No piensas en eso. Olvídate de eso. La vida es corta. Vívalo a wiwi. Como te pega la gana, dicen. Me gusta party, me gusta desmadre, dicen. No, bro, esas cosas son ignorantes. No sirven, bro. Divertidos para el momento, no te miento, sí. Pero eternamente, no te pases. No, bro. No juego con eso, bro.
Right. And there he was. His presence was right there. And above me and to my left, it was like quite specific. And he communicated to me, again, not with words, but with some manner that I understood, that I can't quite explain what it was. But basically, the idea was, you don't have to fight it. You can come with me.
Eso es el diablo.
I'll take care of you. It's okay. It's okay. Don't be scared, right? I'll take care of you. I was horrified. I was appalled. I was offended. I was like, you're dead. Why would I want to go with you? You're dead. You're the opposite of what I am. Why would I possibly want to go with you and be dead with you? Because I'm alive with my family right now. Like, I'm not going anywhere with you. Like, get out of here. And I said to the doctor,
Órale, hijo de-
you have to hurry. I'm going right now. I didn't know where I was going, but I knew I was sort of outbound. And once that happened, there's no inbound. And I sensed that. I said, you got to hurry. You're losing me right now.
So what'd they do?
Well, they transfused me. They stabilized me with 3 units of blood. Eventually, I need.
¿Eres una oveja de Dios o una cabra del diablo? The goat. La Biblia dice aquí en Mateo 25:34, hablando sobre las ovejas y las cabras. Empezamos en 34. Entonces dirá el rey a los que están a su derecha, vengan ustedes a quienes mi Padre ha bendecido. Reciban a su herencia el reino preparado para ustedes desde la creación del mundo. Y si bajas al 41, dice, luego dirá a los que están a su izquierda, apártese de mí, malditos, al fuego eterno preparado para el diablo y sus ángeles. Tienes la oportunidad hoy para recibir a Jesucristo en tu corazón. Ponte las pilas para Jesucristo antes de que pierdas tu vida.